Welcome back to English from A to Z, English in real life. So, what if I told you that the single biggest key to your success isn't your talent, your training, or even your resume? Today, we're exploring a really powerful idea that suggests your mindset, your attitude, is your greatest asset. And honestly, it challenges everything we're taught about what it takes to win. Let's just jump right in with a bold claim, one that might sound a little crazy at first. Your attitude is way more valuable than your talent. I know, that sounds counterintuitive, right? But stick with me, because by the end of this, you're going to see why this mindset is the hidden key to unlocking your true potential. Picture this. Two people are standing at a starting line. The person on the left has it all. The diplomas, the technical skills, just raw, natural talent. And then on the right, you've got someone who's maybe a little less skilled, but they're carrying something you can't see, an absolutely unstoppable attitude. Now, who do you bet on? If you fast forward 5 years, who's really thriving? More often than not, it's the person whose attitude got them through storms that skill alone could never handle. So what is this attitude advantage? What does that even mean? Let's break down how this actually works in the real world. Think of it like this. Your skills are the engine of a car, but your attitude, well, that's the fuel that actually makes the engine go. I mean, think about it. Having all the skill in the world makes you look super impressive, right? Like a shiny, high-performance Ferrari parked on the street. But without the fuel of a positive, resilient attitude, that potential just sits there. It's not going anywhere. Attitude is what creates motion. It's what gets you off the starting line. You've probably heard this classic story, but it just shows perfectly how attitude shapes your reality. Two salesmen, same skills, same company, land in a country where nobody wears shoes. The first one calls back to the office and says, "This is a disaster. No opportunity here. Let's pack it up." The second one calls back, totally buzzing, and says, "Send everything you've got. This is a massive opportunity. Everyone here needs shoes." See, it wasn't their skill that made the difference. It was their mindset. One saw a dead end, the other saw a gold mine. Okay, but let's be real for a second. Of course, skill matters. We all know that. But if talent is so important, why do we see brilliantly skilled people fail all the time? It turns out relying on skill alone is a surprisingly fragile strategy. So here's where pure skill kind of falls short. First, it doesn't automatically give you resilience. It doesn't mean you'll bounce back from failure. In fact, sometimes it can lead to arrogance, which completely shuts down your ability to learn. And you can be the most talented person in the room, but if nobody wants to work with you because of your attitude, well, that talent is basically wasted. Here's another powerful way to think about it. Your skills are like the blueprint for a magnificent house. They've got all the plans, all the potential, all the details right there on paper. But your attitude, that's the builder. That's the one who shows up every single day, swings the hammer, solves problems when things go wrong, and actually brings that blueprint to life. Without the builder, the plans just sit on a shelf, gathering dust. And history is just filled with people who prove this. Take Thomas Edison. He didn't invent the light bulb because he was the most skilled person on his very first try. No way. He succeeded because his attitude toward failure was completely different. He saw every failed attempt as just another piece of data, another lesson learned. That right there is attitude in action. Okay, so if attitude is this important, how in the world do we build it? Well, here's the best part. Attitude isn't something you're just born with. It's not fixed. It's a muscle. And just like any muscle, you can train it and you can strengthen it every single day. And it really boils down to these 3 powerful pillars. You can think of them as the foundation for building that winning attitude. Let's take a quick look at each one. First up, the growth mindset. This is a total game changer. It's this simple belief that your abilities aren't carved in stone. It's about adding one tiny, powerful word to your vocabulary. Yet. You're not bad at public speaking, you just haven't mastered it yet. You can't solve the problem, you can't solve it yet. That one little word opens the door to possibility. Second, we've got adaptability. Life is unpredictable. It's going to throw curveballs at you, and the imagery here is just perfect. A rigid tree snaps in a storm, but a flexible tree bends, sways, and survives. Adaptability is your ability to bend without breaking, to see unexpected challenges not as threats, but as new opportunities to pivot. And finally, there's grit, and this one is so important. Grit is not about that big, heroic moment of motivation you see in movies. It's the quiet, unglamorous consistency of just showing up, especially on the days you don't feel like it. It's the engine that keeps you going long after that initial spark of excitement has faded. So, how do you actually build these things? It's all about small daily practices. Surround yourself with people who lift you up. When you mess up, don't ask why me, ask what can I learn from this? Take a moment to practice gratitude, to focus on what's going right. And maybe the most important one, just take action, even if it's not perfect. Progress is way better than perfection. Okay, this isn't just theory. Let's look at some real-life stories of people whose attitudes, probably more than their initial skills, defined their extraordinary success.
Let's start with a name pretty much everyone knows. Michael Jordan, arguably the greatest basketball player of all time, was cut from his high school varsity team. For so many people, a rejection like that would have been the end of the story.
But his attitude was just different. He didn't take it as proof that he wasn't good enough. He took it as fuel. He chose an attitude that said, okay, you think I'm not good enough? I'm going to prove you wrong. I will outwork every single person. And that decision, that attitude, is what created the legend we know today. Here's another incredible example. J.K. Rowling was a struggling single mom when she wrote Harry Potter. And her manuscript wasn't just rejected once or twice. It was rejected again and again and again by publishers who just didn't get it. Now, her writing skill was there, for sure. But what really carried her through years of rejection was her attitude. This unshakable belief that her story mattered and that it deserved to be told. She refused to let other people's opinions define the value of her work. And that is the persistence that finally broke through. These stories, they reveal a really powerful truth. The gap between living an ordinary life and an extraordinary one often comes down to a single, daily choice about the mindset you bring to your challenges. This is where you see the real power of attitude. It has a compound effect. It's just like investing money. Small, consistent deposits into your mindset, choosing positivity, choosing resilience, choosing to learn, they stack up over time. They grow exponentially, and eventually, they create a life that looks completely different from where you started. And that brings us to the final and really the most important takeaway from this whole thing. And it's not a statement, it's a question, because the power isn't just in knowing this stuff, it's in applying it.
Because here's the ultimate truth. You can't always control your circumstances. You can't always control the skills you happen to have at this very moment. But you can, 100% of the time, control the attitude you choose to bring to every single moment of your life. That is your superpower. The choice is always and completely yours.